Hey guys, my name is Justin Tafoya. I'm a PTA here at Enchantment Physical Therapy, and today I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about 3 exercises that you can do to improve your shoulder stability. These exercises can be done for anybody with a wide range, whether you're trying to improve the shoulder stability to hit that ball a little farther on the golf course, whether you're looking to get a little stronger when you're doing your rock climbing, or if you're looking to just have a better bench press or a shoulder press in the gym. Alright, before we get into the exercises, I'd like to take a little bit of time to just discuss the anatomy of the shoulder. This is a complex joint, so a lot of times I like to really explain it to people in a way that they can understand it. Makes it easier when you're doing the exercises. Now, typically with shoulder movements, we have what's called the scapulohumeral rhythm. So the shoulder blade should be able to move in sync with the humerus, which is the arm, when you're lifting it up overhead. Now what I mean by that is when you lift your arm up, the shoulder blade should be able to depress and upwardly rotate. This allows clearance for that shoulder, and it doesn't allow that impingement to happen, which is pretty typical with shoulder injuries. Usually what happens are the muscles on the bottom that should be pulling the shoulder blade down and upwardly rotating it get weak, or we just lack that kinetic activation of those muscles. So what ends up happening is we're overactive on the trap, and the trapezius, that upper trapezius, pulls that shoulder blade up, which causes that impingement. If the shoulder blade can depress and rotate upward, it allows that shoulder to clear better, and you can kind of see it pretty good with this model. So this is the way it should look, as opposed to the way it usually looks with people. So these exercises are going to demonstrate the right way to activate these muscles to improve that scapulohumeral rhythm. So the first exercise is what I call the Serratus wall walk. You can use this with a band, a Theraband, any kind of band. The resistance may vary depending on your strength. So I usually tell people start with the lighter one and then progress yourself to the stronger one. What you want to do is stand next to the wall. Typically what you're going to see is people wanting to let their hips kind of lean forward. So I always tell people you want to pull your ribs down or suck your belly button in. That's going to engage your core and put your hips in a neutral alignment. Then what you want to do is you want to take your shoulder blades here and you want to think of spreading them apart. So you're really trying to spread them apart there, and then you want to pull them down. So now we're activating the lower trapezius and we're activating the serratus anterior, which is those forgotten muscles I was talking about. From here you tell them maintain this position, and then you're going to take your arms, keeping your elbows and your whole forearm on the wall. You're going to walk up the wall, and you really got to make sure you keep those shoulders down. This is hard. Takes a lot of practice with this one, because typically we want to use these traps. You go up to maybe right about there, right when you start feeling these shoulders want to shrug, and then you walk your way back down, keeping those shoulder blades apart and down. And usually you can do this about 10 times, 5 to 10 times, up and down, and then after that you should feel a good burn. Alright, this next exercise is going to be using a longer Theraband, and with this one you can just tie a knot in the middle of the band, throw it over a door, close the door, and that should stick in there. Just make sure you try it a few times, you don't want it to smack you in the face. So what we'll do here is you're going to stand a little bit further back, maybe like a step back, there you go. You'll grab one end of the band with each hand. The motion you're thinking about here is almost like a W. That's what I usually tell people with your arms. So the elbows should be out to the side slightly. Okay, we're kind of at a 45-degree angle here, and the forearms should be at a 45-degree angle, kind of following the pull of the band. You want to think of pulling with the elbows. Okay, so you want your wrists to stay neutral, and you just want to think of pulling back with the elbows. As you pull back with the elbows, you want to pull the shoulders down, and you're going to feel a good contraction right here in these muscles that we were talking about. And then you go back up nice and slow, and then you pull back again. Squeeze. This tempo is perfect. Give it a couple of seconds in that bottom position, and then go back up. And I would recommend about 3 sets of 10. Start off with 3 sets of 10. You can always increase your reps after this. Alright, so the next exercise I call the Serratus Punch. I usually start people with this one on their back, so you can do this on your bed. It's ideal to have a little bit firmer of a surface, but the bed would be fine. That just gives you a little bit of proprioceptive feedback on the shoulder blades so you can feel them moving. So what you want to do is start laying down, and you want to lift your arms straight up almost like if you're in a push-up or a bench press position. Now what I tell people is you want to think of taking your shoulder blades and squeezing them together like you're trying to pinch a pencil in between them, and then you're trying to spread them apart. There you go. And you go back again, squeeze, and then spread them apart. And this you want to do maybe about 2 to 3 sets of 10 reps. As you get better with this, you can add weights in your hands, and then there's other positions that you can do this in as well, which we'll show in other videos. Well, thanks for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you find these exercises useful. If you'd like to learn a little bit more on ways to strengthen your shoulders or anything, just feel free to reach out to us. You can visit our website, enchantmentpt.com, and you can sign up for a free consultation.